welcome to D&D with A and G.
It's been so long.
Been way too long. How are you, my darling Jenna?
I'm all right. I'm hanging
Yeah.
in. How
hmm
are you? Popping pills as we speak to survive.
Literally,
I feel that in my soul.
literally. Yeah, it's been a wild couple of weeks, I guess, days, even hours, minutes. What is time? So yeah, I feel that. I think we'll probably get into a lot of it in the in the episode.
Oh, will we?
I
It's
think
coming up.
so.
Coming up. Okay.
I think it's gonna come up. The what's happening in the world right now.
You can't separate. Um,
No.
well, yeah, for friends and listeners that are maybe not listening to this right when it comes out, or sometimes it takes us a while to get it out, which is
Takes me a while to get it out.
no, not a dig at our excellent editing team. Uh, this is the week after the No Kings protest, which of course has followed all of the insane everything that's been happening in LA, which is
Yeah,
where Amy is based. So we're heading really close to her home, which has already been a very rough time period for LA for a very long time. So
yeah, yeah, yeah.
on top of everything else that we've been sort of dealing with in the world, you know, for the past 8 months to 8 to 20 months.
Yeah,
So it ain't
yeah.
getting better.
Jenna, it surely doesn't seem like it is, does it? Like as we speak right now, Israel and Iran are like exchanging bombs
Right.
after Israel bombed them, bombed Iran, in an anticipatory strike. What? But whatever. So yeah, it's like feels really disconcerting and to be honest, kind of scary here at home. But then you look globally and it's like, oh shit, World War III on the horizon. So yeah, it's feeling pretty heavy these days.
Super heavy. And I saw for so long that, data point that's like, if just 3.5% of the population rises up, then you'll have a whatever revolution or whatever that
Right,
statistic was, which is
right.
apparently 12.1%, 12.1 million people protesting on Saturday. Count, that's more than 3.5% allegedly. So I'm like, okay, great. So be gone
See,
with you. We did it. We did it. Get out of here.
I'm so glad you brought that up because that is like
Yeah.
directly related to something I wanted to talk about on my
Yeah.
chart today.
Well, speaking of, this is D&D with A and G. If you haven't been
Yes.
here for a little bit, our topic for this week is cocktails.
hmm
But before we jump into cocktails specifically, Amy, you want to give a quick rundown for anyone who's new here, what we do on D&D with A and G?
I would love to. Thank you, Jenna. So D&D with A and G, what we do is we take the D&D Dungeons and Dragons alignment chart and we take a random topic and we align subcategories of that topic within the D&D alignment chart. Neither of us play Dungeons and Dragons. We don't know anything about the game, but the alignment chart provides for a really interesting like lattice upon which to hang really silly, goofy, and sometimes serious, but always funny and enjoyable conversations and analysis. And the specifics of the chart very quickly are across the x-axis, the chart goes lawful, neutral, chaotic. And that's lawful if you just love laws, all the way to chaotic if you hate laws. Then it goes from good to neutral to evil. And it's really like, why are you doing the things that you're doing? And that's my super quick. Did I miss anything, Jenna?
No, that's great. So each week, Amy and I, we have a different topic, and Amy and I have pre-picked where we would
Yes.
place, anything from that topic into the chart, and then we discuss our picks over the course of the episode, and that's how it rolls. And then we have a lightning round at the end. So, um,
Yes. Yes.
but if any of that was confusing, we do have an Instagram that helps break it down, gives you some good examples, is a fun follow, release some good meme content, and that handle is Amy.
D&D Wang. You heard it right. That's at D&D Wang.
WANG. So that's where you can find us. Give us a follow along with all of the lawful neutral good chaos.
Yes. Welcome. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, we're so glad you're here. Or welcome back. So Amy, how did you, I've been actually, people have suggested different topics. The
Oh,
like
good.
the four people that listen will
Mhm.
occasionally give me suggestions on different
Hey,
topics.
y'all.
I appreciate, yeah, thank you, Luca, Blevin, Dad, for for giving Todd for giving topic suggestions. But this one comes up a lot, so I'm excited that we're tackling it.
Yes.
I
Tail.
I sort of am expecting some
Oh, some twinsy
I feel
action.
like there should be some twinsies today.
I think that might be the case. I think so. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, tell me how you approached your grid.
So, you know, the past couple days, week really's got me a lot in my feels, Jenna. And so I really let my emotions you know, do it for me, which I guess is exactly how I always do it. So it's really was based on feel. I didn't do like I didn't sort of collect a list of cocktails beforehand or anything like that. I just kind of was like, what does this make me feel like? And so that's how I did it. How about you?
I love that. It feels like we might get some current event commentary.
Oh
Oh my,
yeah, for sure.
I love that. I love it when you bring that to the table. That's very good. Um, I I would say I'm getting good. And we've done so many of these episodes that a lot of mine feel like they're referencing classics that we've put into other spots
I love a
in
self-reference, a self-citation.
but yeah,
Because our shit goes deep. Okay, we have a lot of episodes. Listen to our content.
and I also don't know what it says about me, except that I guess I'm a classic millennial who drank or drinks way too much. That yeah, this one didn't require a lot of research,
Yeah, right, right.
nor did it take me much time to fill out. I was just like boom,
Amazing.
boom, 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 boom. There we go. That's it. That's the grid. So yeah.
I think we are the generation that drinks the most. Like, I
I
think we drink more than Gen X.
really
I think
more than
I
boomers.
might be wrong. I might be wrong. Um, but I know we're up there. But I mean, and I think it's safe to say that it
Will
was
be the last drinking generation.
it seems like it, which
Yeah.
honestly good for them. I'm jealous. Like I feel like we kind of when we just to give a little context for those who aren't in who aren't millennials, it was like the social thing to do, in my opinion. It was like if you were being social with someone, you were drinking. Like
Yeah.
that just what it was. Like you wouldn't just go and have a coffee or go and have a tea or go and have lunch. You would go have drinks, go to happy hour, go out. And by out, it literally just meant go drinking out of your
Yeah.
house. And the amount of drinking was sort of like if you look at any early 2000s like movie about high school or college, you know, now when I like look back on them, I'm like, oh my God, we were kind of primed to be like binge drinkers, I think,
Yeah.
a lot of
Yeah.
ways.
Yeah. Drinking wasn't the focal point of the activity. It was like
Right.
very heavily expected to be
Absolutely.
very prominently featured part of the activity.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
mean, you know, I mean, we can talk about, I saw that maybe we've already talked about this where I saw that somebody was talking about Gen Z and somebody was making the argument that I think it was Dak Shepard on his podcast that like, oh, you know, they're in such a better situation because of how they're not drinking or doing drugs as much, which sure, yes, that is good. But the other guy was like, yeah, but what do you have to be doing? What are you doing when you're in those situations? You're with other people, you're being social. And Gen Z is just like, and Gen A even less, are just not being social. They're just not doing things with other people. They're just being alone on the internet a lot of the time versus like we were always out and about and that was just part of the mix was alcohol, you know.
Hmm. Pros
Anyway.
and cons. Pros and cons.
Anyway.
Well, yeah, I mean, I would say all that to say, yeah, I've had years of my life where I think I've definitely let my drinking get out of hand, and had years of my life where I've really had to focus on cutting back. So I certainly
Yeah,
admire anyone that is watching or being thoughtful or mindful about how much they're
absolutely.
drinking, or anyone that's like pulled back on drinking altogether. So
Yeah,
much respect to all of those things. Because I
100%.
definitely know that it's alcohol's legit poison. So like
Oh,
there's
for
no getting
sure.
around it, and I'm not pretending like it isn't.
No, no, no. I'm definitely not encouraging anyone to drink. I'm just drinking myself. Not on my own. I'm just
Well, with that, with that excellent preamble, let's jump into the grid. Do you want to kick us off with your pick for
I'm
lawful good?
I'm happy to. So as a reminder, lawful good, we sometimes poke fun a little bit at this category. It can be like a goody two shoes, but not, it doesn't have to be that, but it oftentimes kind of turns into that. And that's somebody that does things for the good or for the right reasons, however you want to sort of describe that, and really loves to follow laws. And so follows laws for the good, I guess. And so for me here, I have the espresso martini.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And I kind of went back and forth on this, but the reason that I ultimately put it here was because there's other things I wanted to put on the grid. And because I feel I feel like my reason for all of my picks. Um, I feel like first of all, I've like not kind of irrelevant to the category, but I feel like the espresso martini is really having a moment right now. Are you noticing
Unfortunately,
that? I
I
sort of
mean,
thought you might
she's
this
on
might
my grid.
I thought
She's on
I
the
thought
grid.
you might be evil for you a little bit. She was first in I like the word she's a she, first of all.
She's
Um,
definitely a girl.
I had her in an evil at first, but then I had to move her. But I will say the reason I put her here that I landed my justification was first of all, I was like, you have to follow the rules of these ingredients or else it's gross. Like, and I've had this experience a couple times on my recent travels. We recently came back from an international trip, and there were a couple times that there was the espresso martinis were that I got were like really salty. If you can like imagine that, really bad. Like
Are you
basically,
ordering them in moments where they are not even listed on the menu? Because
no, I would
that is
never.
a
I
rule. Like,
would I 100% agree. If it's not on
okay.
the menu, unless it's something like a vodka soda, right?
No,
Or
no,
like
no, but like an espresso martini specifically.
that's right.
Like
No, no,
Tom will
no.
straight up order. We'll go into like a dive bar, like that looks like I
That's
know, Amy, that looks like they might not even do a regular martini, and he'll
that's
be much less like have an espresso machine or any of the ingredients for an espresso, and he'll be like, "Can I get an espresso martini?" And I'm like, Todd, don't order that here.
yes. First of all, I love that for him. I love that for Todd, and I will say I also have that rule though. If it's a cocktail that takes multiple steps and multiple ingredients and it's not on the menu, don't order it.
Right.
Um,
Don't order it. Yeah, exactly. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So no, I was only having them when it was like the wedding that I went to, and like
Yeah,
everybody at the wedding party is drinking them. It's like the bar or
right.
whatever. Oh, very bad. So if you don't, my thinking was if you don't follow the rules, they turn out bad. If you follow the rules, they're really good, creamy and tasty. And for me, because I love coffee and espresso, I drink it all day. Like I drink like 3 or 4 lattes every day, something like that. And I feel like, especially as I'm aging, I get tired. I get sleepy faster than when we were young, Jenna. And so as an almost 40-year-old, it helps to get a little pep in my step with the downer that is alcohol, or else I get sleepy fast these days. So yeah, so I figure she's for the good for me, that crazy, crazy espresso martini gal.
Got it. Heard.
Yeah. Mhm. What about
Um,
you? Or do you want to, or whatever you have to say? I know she's on your grid, so if you want to
yeah,
withhold
I'll have to hold back my thoughts
comments.
on the espresso martini. It does make me realize that like a lot of my placements did have to do with making like and the
Ah,
particularly like the yeah how difficult it is to make something does come up a lot in terms of where I placed things. As well as like the level of creativity you can get with it or can't get with it and
I
still have a
like that.
successful beverage. So in that regard, I do agree with you about the narrowness of an espresso martini.
Oh, okay. Thank you. So is it safe to say, based on your description of your approach, are you kind of like looking at it from like how annoying it is for a bartender to make it?
I would say that definitely came into play with almost all of my picks. Yes.
First of all, I love you for that. But you're an empath, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay. I cannot wait to hear what you have for your lawful good, Jenna.
Well, I went with something that's extremely simple to make, requires minimum level of ingredients, is an excellent cocktail year round, is beloved, and is, yeah, it doesn't, you don't mess, you don't kind of change it up. It is what it is, and it's like kind of like you stick to it. And that's the mule, formerly called the Moscow Mule. I think we've dropped the Moscow. I've heard some
Oh,
people
is,
change
is
it
that
to
real?
I've heard some people have changed it to the Kiev Mule.
How
I don't know if I've heard people like
funny.
actually do that. I think you can just call it a mule. Um, a vodka mule. I know you can call it shape by the liquor too, because some people do it with like tequila mule or whatever.
So is the mule a she, a he, or a they?
I
Hang
would
on.
probably go they on a mule.
Okay.
You know what?
I
The
like
one thing I don't love about a mule though, and this is just me, I don't really love the copper mug. Like I don't love the feet. I don't like the like there. It has a bit of a taste drinking out of a copper mug, and I just don't like it.
I was literally gonna say that's one of the things that I really liked about
And that's
it.
okay. I like it for the drink and I like it for everyone else. I feel like that's just a me
Yeah.
thing. So I didn't let it change
No,
my placement on the
yeah,
thing.
look at that. And I feel like it's one of the only, well, never mind. You keep going. We can talk about that
No,
later.
I mean, it's very simple. I also am a ginger ale girly anyway.
Oh,
Like
same.
bourbon and ginger is like my go-to beverage.
I loved that in college and law school.
Yeah, so it's like it seemed like it's just lawful good. Just follow the rules, simple, easy to make. You're not gonna mess it up. It's not gonna
Love
annoy the
that.
shit out of a bartender.
And for those who don't know, what are the ingredients?
It's literally just vodka and ginger with a lime, I think.
Incredible. Like what
Yeah.
were
Although I hope you don't ask me that on all of these because
I won't. I also don't know the answer to the ones that are on mine necessarily.
I
So
know it for
just
most of them.
curious. I was just like, wait a minute. What is it? Because I guess it's like, is it what makes it different than, oh, well, first of all, it's vodka. It's a instead of whiskey with, and it's like ginger beer sometimes, right? Like
Yeah,
really,
I
really,
get all the ginger options confused, so I could not tell you if it's ginger ale or ginger beer or ginger whatever. I do get
yeah.
all of those confused,
I
but
think it's ginger beer because it's like ginger beer is such like a strong, strong, strong ginger taste, like way stronger than ginger ale. It's
okay.
so good. I really love it.
So
So
good.
yeah,
And
yeah.
it's somehow like refreshing in the summer, but also still good and correct in the winter.
And that's you're right to point that out because that's a difficult balance to strike, you know.
So that's why it's all good.
Do I need
Um,
to think? Squirt? No.
don't do it, sport.
It's too late.
Uh,
So I guess you're moving us down to neutral.
lawful neutral. I'll keep us going into lawful neutral. So this is also where I put another one of my favorite cocktails, even though this is one of our least favorite spots on the grid, but it sort of reminded me of our sandwich episode where we
mm,
put the club sandwich here. This is I feel like the cocktail equivalent of a
I
club
like that.
sandwich.
I
So
like that.
sort of why it went here. And it's the old fashioned.
Ah, I definitely see that pairing
It's
for sure.
like
Club
it's like your
sandwich.
old school golf club. Like it's
Yep.
always going to be on the menu. You make it the same way every time. You should not be changing anything about it. Like it's just supposed to be made the way it's supposed to be made.
Right.
If you put small ice cubes in it, you can fuck right off. It's like this is a cocktail that like I won't order unless I'm in a nice place because I'm
Mm,
scared they won't have the big ice cube and I don't have the like the arrogant bitch in me to ask a server, do you have big
no,
ice cubes
no,
or not?
never.
So I just won't do it. And I just will order something different if I'm not sure.
I mean, that all makes a lot of sense to me.
But I love an old fashioned.
They're good when, like you're saying, when they're really good, they're really good.
Yeah.
And I like, it's what my dad, it's what Papa always orders.
Oh,
Always orders them. But like, the
and
other
that's
thing
like his
is,
spot. No. His spot
no,
is
his is,
lawful good. His spot's lawful good.
I thought about putting it there because of him. But the other thing that makes me think, in addition to all of the incredible reasons that you've already listed, that this works, like maybe digging in a little bit deeper to one of them, is that like this to me is like you're painting a good picture for me. He's sitting in a club in a country club. He's wearing
Like a
golf pants.
wingback chair, like
Yes, yes.
cigar.
Yes, yes. He's got it. Let's say he's off the course. He's wearing a smoking jacket and
Yeah.
low. And he orders a club sandwich and an old fashioned. God damn it! You know what I mean? Like I'm there. I'm sitting. I know exactly this picture that you're painting. And to me, the guy, he's like tradition over whatever else for
Yeah. And
tradition's
he knows
sake.
exactly how both of those items are going to come to him. He doesn't
Yep.
need to read if there's
No.
any. He knows they're not going to change them. They're not going to fuck with them. They're not going to do frou-frou or fancy things to them. They are
Right.
classics and they're going to be delivered to him classically.
Right.
And that's
And
what he
that's how
wants.
he likes the world around him as well, to follow the rules that he has set for no good reason. I think that's great. You really painted a picture for me there, Jenna. That was good.
So that's my lawful neutral. And I do love that drink.
Yeah, me too. It's a good one.
What is your lawful neutral? Our
I
veggie
loathe,
McJefferson.
I loathe this drink. I loathe it. Um, and so it works in multiple ways, because not only do I loathe it, but I also am disgusted by its past. Let me just go ahead and say what it is. It has a shameful type of history. Okay, so my lawful neutral is the gin and tonic, or the G&T.
Does it have a shady past?
Well, I mean, yes, because of what it was. I'll go ahead and read what it said. The gin and tonic originated in the 19th century as a way to make quinine, a bitter substance used to prevent malaria, more palatable for British soldiers stationed in India. So yes, this, my dear friends, is a colonial drink. And so you know how I feel about colonization, the British Empire. And so I put this here. Not only do I think it's gross, but this to me is very, oh, I was just following orders in the crowd that's just following orders. And so there you have it. Hate it.
G&T is unfortunately sometimes taught in my acronym.
Oh no, I didn't even think about that. Well, y'all are much better G&T than this combo here.
It's okay.
Incredible.
That's a good one. That's a good. I did not know that little bit of history. Did you know that going into this?
I was pretty sure that it had some fucked up, it was close to, you know, I knew that the British people loved it, and I thought it came from Britain, so I knew that there were probably some skeletons in that old closet. And so when I looked it up, sure enough, what do you know? Also, I just do not like the taste of gin. Like if I'm having a gin, then it has to be in like a 16 ingredient cocktail of herbs and aromatics, and so I don't like really taste it at all. And I don't like tonic water. I don't like the taste of the quinine. I like soda water. So it's a nah for me, bruh.
Okay, well, keep us going with your lawful evil pick.
Oh, you already did your true neutral. I was like, wait, huh? Okay, so I'm also going to be a little self-referential here in the lawful evil category. This is where I put the dirty martini. I've put it here first and foremost. If anyone listened to our condiments episode, they will know how much I hate olives and how they ruin every single thing that they come into any sort of contact with. So, of course, a dirty martini is a martini that is mixed with literal olive juice. So, absolutely disgusting, thus evil, number one. And number two, through like five, it feels like really kind of like a stuffy drink, like an I'm better than you kind of cocktail. And it feels like what a villain would drink.
Yeah, that's
Um,
what I like about it. That one. That one's my favorite.
it does feel like that to me. But it still has like rules, you know what I mean? Um,
Yeah,
and
for
it's
sure.
still, yeah. So, yep, that's my lawful evil this week is Dirty Martini.
We like dirty martinis in this household, and so a lot of people give us kind of the ingredients to make dirty
Mhm.
martinis as a gift. But what's funny
That's
about
cute.
that is you use like a like wash of vermouth in them.
Yeah,
And then you used olive juice, and then you used vodka. And you
right.
use vodka, a lot of it, a little bit of olive juice, and a wash of vermouth. And then vodka you also use in other things. And olive juice you might even
Mhm.
use in other things. You're not using vermouth in much else. So anyway, we have like a lifetime supply of vermouth because every time we get one of these kits, which is very thoughtful, we just get more vermouth. And we've never gotten through the first damn bottle of vermouth that's ever been given to us because like a wash is not very much.
That's hysterical, number one. Number two, you got to hold on to that because in the ever encroaching, ever imminent apocalypse, we're gonna start running out of things to drink, Jenna. And we'll be liking to see those bottles of vermouth, okay?
Oh my God, rutabaga just scared the shit out of me. We've got it. Don't tell
Excellent.
anyone, but it'll be here.
Jenna and Todd have a lifetime supply of vermouth for the apocalypse.
Um,
What about you, Jenna? What did you put in our lawful evil category this week?
well, you sort of suggested it and you were correct. This is where I put an espresso martini. Is lawful
Oh,
evil. And I mean, I think you were correct in the lawfulness of it. Like it has a lot of ingredients that have a lot of requirements that you do need to follow pretty restrictively to do it correctly and make a good one. So in that way, I will say lawful. It is kind of an uppity drink, so I would give it kind of lawful in that way, like as
hmm.
well. But it is evil in the sense of it is a pain in the motherfucking ass to make this drink. And like the fact that they are having a moment is just like every motherfucking bartender's worst goddamn nightmare. Like they hate to see a like bridesmaid party come in where like the bride loves a fucking espresso martini. Like around for the table, they want to shoot themselves.
Oh my
It
God,
is
that's funny.
misery. I will order the simplest thing anytime someone at the table orders it. I'll be like, I'll just get a Bud Light or something. Not that because obviously they hate trans people, but like whatever a better beer brand is, like I'll just get something that's very simple to try and counterbalance the evil that is making an espresso martini.
Incredible.
It is the
So I take it.
Frappuccino. I mean, I worked at Starbucks for a very
Right.
long time, and Frappuccinos were horrible to make. And it was
Mhm.
just like, it took so much time and labor. There was no way to simplify the process. That's just what it was. And if you got like a
Damn.
bunch of them in a row, you were just kind of fucked for a while. And it's like, it's
Damn.
the Frappuccino of bar drinks.
And honestly, when you put it like that, like I'm sure anyone listening to this episode is like, well, I can never order that again, right?
No, they're gonna get them. But at least don't be like Todd and order them in a fucking dive bar. Like at least get them
They're,
places where it's on the menu.
do they ever say like, no, dude, we don't have that?
Yeah, sometimes they
No.
will, but sometimes they'll try their hardest to make it, which
Oh,
is even worse. I would rather them be like, nah, man, we're like a Irish pub. What the fuck are you doing here? Get a Guinness. Like,
oh, get a Guinness, dude. Oh,
but
that's funny. I
yeah.
love that.
Yeah.
Never.
Espresso martini, lawful evil. I will not order them. They are delicious though.
So, but have you made an espresso martini?
Um, I've made like versions of them at home. Todd makes them a lot at home.
They're pretty.
They are pretty.
Yeah.
I mean, they're very yummy. I love coffee, so like
Yeah, you're another coffee aficionado.
yeah. But I really like black coffee, so it's like I almost need them to be like less sweet. Like they need to like
Mhm.
remove some of the sweet things from them.
How long have you been black coffee? Has that been forever?
Oh wow, for a really long time. I mean,
That's
since working at Starbucks, that's what
right.
like weaned me off of like,
Right.
I was a mocha frappuccino girly back when they cost $3.56 when we were in like middle school or whatever.
The number of white chocolate vanilla mochas that I drank
That's
in middle school. And they're like, not that this matters or should, but but it's like 600 calories, like for each one or some crazy shit like that. And I just remember just being like, oh, this is coffee. Like, this is my morning drink. It's like a dessert. But anyway,
oh no, that would be like all I would have for the day. I'd be like,
yeah.
I'm having a grande mocha frappuccino and I won't eat again until tomorrow
Oh,
because
yes.
I'm a crazy woman in
Uh, no,
high
you're not
school.
a crazy woman. You're a sane woman living in a crazy world.
Oh my
Surviving in a
God.
crazy world. Uh, okay, so are
Um,
moving us to
Neutral good.
yeah.
Okay, so for neutral good, so this is starting to push a little bit away from being so confined by rules or laws, but still in the good category. And so for me, this is where I put the margarita. Um,
Oh, twinsies. Twinsies.
yeah. So the margarita, it has like a classic base, like it has like a, classic standard to it, but there's a lot of ways you can play with it and you usually can't fuck it up. Like it's really hard to mess it up. But it's so good. So good.
Yep,
It's
yep,
excellent.
yeah.
And it's not that hard to make. Like it's not gonna piss a bartender off.
Mhm.
Yeah, there's really like nothing bad about it. It's really just lovely. There's a way to make it like lighter. There's a way to make it. You can make it now. There's really great NA mezcals. You can make a really great smoky NA
Mhm.
margarita, which I love. Like there's just it's awesome. Lots of great margarita qualities.
I love that this is twinsies. And it's funny because I feel like I agree with everything that you said, but my thinking was very different a little bit on it. I
Tell
mean,
me.
I did have the same like it doesn't have strict rules. It has a base, but you can get a spicy or like passion fruit or on the rocks or frozen. So like there are variations. So we were the same on that. But I really just honed in on the bury the body friend. Like I really attached myself to that concept for this cat.
Okay.
And I'm like a pitcher of margaritas. And like, yeah, fuck yeah, I'm following you into hell. You know what I mean? Like I will go wherever you lead me, Jenna, like
Oh my gosh. It's
and
like, what cocktail do I need to get this job done?
yeah. And I feel like she's not judgmental. You know what I mean? She is there for
No.
you and she's not judging you.
I mean,
And
they sell it by the pitcher. That's like
exactly,
already a good, that's like a very specific thing they do with this
exactly.
cocktail that they don't do with all the
That's
cocktails.
such a really good point that they don't really typically do pictures of any cocktails other than margaritas. And I feel like if I'm drinking margaritas, like, oh, well, then we're doing something, something's happening tonight. You know what I mean? I don't know what it is, but something's going to happen. And then, because the truth is, like, because of college and how much like we drink in college and I continued to drink in law school, like, the thought even of tequila like makes me kind of want to vomit and like I can sort of smell it like even when I just talk about it. And there was some hand sanitizer during COVID where they were starting to use like distilled
Oh,
alcohol.
yeah.
You know what I'm and it smelled like cheap tequila and every time I'd put it on my hands I would like actually kind of gag because it made me think of like just drinking cheap tequila and the hangovers and the misery and so anyway. But I love our twinsies for this for like similar and also complementary reasons.
Amazing. Okay, take us into true neutral.
Okay, so for true neutral, this is where I put my typical drink of choice,
Mm,
and that is a vodka soda.
okay.
So this is the Charlotte Russe of cocktails.
So it doesn't belong in this spot on the grid, is what we're saying. It doesn't belong here.
For those of you who haven't listened to our 90s malls, really go back and listen to it. I think it's one of our best. And that is where I picked um the one, the only Charlotte Russe as the true neutral of 90s mall stores. The argument being that she always had whatever you needed for any occasion. And that is how I feel about the vodka soda. I think, oh, and also that Charlotte Russe is accessible. $5 could get you a going out top. Speaking of like millennial drink culture. But like in the same way that Charlotte Russe had you for whatever you needed sartorially, the vodka soda is is a safe space no matter what the occasion. Are you going to a work event? Vodka soda. You're not giving anything away. You're a stone wall. None of your work colleagues have to know anything about you personally. See, pre-gaming,
Mm.
hydrating, etc. Happy hour, great, perfect, light. Once again, hydrating. Black tie wedding. Ah, it's sort of elegant when you put it in a different glass. It's clear, which is always kind of chic.
Well, it is the best drink if you're pretending like you're drinking, but you're not drinking. Is
That
to
is true.
get a soda water with lime
Just
in a
soda water.
rocks glass, and
But
it
there you
always
go.
looks like a vodka soda
Another
or a
reason.
gin and tonic, but
Exactly.
easy peasy.
So vodka soda to me is is the true neutral. This is alcohol.
It's just like all the people I know who drink vodka sodas are like, I must have the greatest amount of alcohol with the fewest amount of calories.
Yes. Yes, that is the
Taste
thing.
be damned.
That is the thing. That is the thing. That is certainly why this was for a long time Helen Durance's drink of choice.
To me, I'm like, we've lost
Lost the plot.
we've lost the plot.
We've lost the plot somewhere along the way, guys.
But yes. But I actually love that part of it is that you can blend in. Like it doesn't say
Yes,
anything about you. It's very
correct.
neutral and it blends in any situation. It's like a
That's
little black dress of
that,
cocktail.
thank you. Thank you. Yes, exactly. Which of course connects it further to Charlotte Russe.
I don't think the little black dress you could get at Charlotte Russe would get you into any event, but that's fine. That's fine.
What about you?
My true neutral is actually the martini. Um,
Oh,
and that's because I feel like it's a classic
yeah.
base that you kind of make your own. So do
Mhm.
you want it shaken or stirred? Do you want it with gin or vodka? Do you want standard olives or blue cheese? Do you want it dirty or not? Do you want whatever? Like you just you have this very classic kind of base of a drink. And then there's all these like little ways that you customize it, but it's still a very standard martini. So
I think
to
that's
me, it's
yeah.
like this very like neutral drink. It's
And
like
it's very consistent. I will say, I feel like your picks are you got consistency and integrity between your grids, Jenna. Because this is reminding me of how you put mayonnaise in this spot during our condiments episode. And mayonnaise is like the base of so many other sauces. And
right. It's what you do with it. Yeah.
exactly. So it's giving mayonnaise.
It's giving mayonnaise, but not like you should drink mayonnaise because that not
I don't
okay.
know. Maybe we could froth it up like an egg white.
Little mayonnaise sour.
Oh my God, I would try it.
I know you would. Oh my gosh. So yes, that's my true neutral. Okay, I'll keep us rolling with neutral evil. Definitely a common denominator of all my evils is how fucking annoying they are to make. But this one I would say is probably the least annoying of the ones to make. I think it's also annoying to drink, and it is a mojito. I
That's
fucking hate a
good.
mojito. Because let's see, this is like conceptually a it's dumb. The concept is dumb. We're putting raw sugar, which is like coarse sugar, into a cold beverage, and also like full mint leaves. Like no one's even getting these things even remotely torn. And even if they were torn, it wouldn't be much better. It's just like literally like herbs and coarse sugar, which are just hanging out in your beverage, eventually getting sucked up into your straw or just sitting at the bottom if you don't use straws. And it's just an awful experience. It's awful. You get mint in your teeth, or they just get stuck in your straw, and then your straw becomes completely unusable because it's just clogged up with mint. It's like, and then you get this like one chug of just like pure granular sugar at some point. You're just like, oh God, I didn't know that I was just sitting there at the bottom. No wonder this tasted so strong. I mean, it's just awful. It's awful. It doesn't make any sense. It's a horrible drink. Horrible. So anyway.
I mean, I can't. That's incredible hot take. I've also vaguely like registered like, wow, this is sort of annoying to drink, like when I've been drinking mojito. So I think you like nailed that part. Like,
I
why
don't
is
mind
it
the
so
flavor. The flavor palette
hard?
is not bad, but it's like do it differently so you're getting that taste without this situation. It's like, and I know that it's not so bad that it's like chaotic. I wouldn't give it chaotic.
I see. Okay.
It's just like it's definitely not lawful. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's not a lawful experience,
No,
like at all. But
well, they vary. I feel like they vary a lot from one place to another too.
yeah, how muddled it gets, how
Right.
finely chopped your mint leaves are. Like, yeah, it's
Right.
I
That's a good
I
one.
see places that are like entire mojito menus. Like it's like that's their
Mhm.
whole thing. And I'm like, what? You have fucking herb leaves and all of these? Like, what are we gonna do here?
Dude.
Do you have a colander? Do I get a colander with this beverage? What's gonna happen?
Ooh, that's a good idea. Oh, they you just drink it through. They have a tiny little colander that fits the mouth of it.
Yeah, that actually, sure. Then I might do it. Then I might do it. The raw sugar is still an issue, but we've solved
Yeah,
it.
right.
One of the then it's like switch to simple or something like
Right.
everybody else does.
Right. That's a good one. That's a really good. I like that analysis. That was unexpected and very good. In terms of
But
that unexpected, I don't know. I wasn't Mojito didn't scream
it
that to me.
seems
Not me
innocuous. It
around.
seems innocuous.
Yeah, you
I
really
know.
convinced me. You really convinced me. Okay, so my uh, lawful neutral evil, sorry. My neutral evil is I call it the musk, and it's the drug cocktail that Elon Musk has apparently been on since the campaign trail of ketamine, ecstasy, magic mushrooms, and Adderall.
Wow.
Yes.
That's neutral evil?
Well, and the reason that the reason as I was going down, I was like, this could very well be chaotic evil. But I think Musk was operating sort of inside outside the system, right? Like one foot in both. So he was like taking advantage of some rules, but then like fudging them when they didn't meet his ends, and so that feels like kind of neutral.
Hmm.
But evil, like, is there's no question, right? Like, because to be honest, like, that man's out to have a good time because that sounds fun. Like,
Not
like,
that stresses me out so much, but like I'm glad I love it for you. Like
oh
it
no, that
sounds
sounds
so
like it would
stressful
be,
to me.
that sounds like it could potentially be recreationally like pretty interesting. But like, let's not party when we're in charge of the agency that's cutting off essential aid to people not only in the US but around the world. Like, why don't you put down the chainsaw, sober up? Like, I'm glad he's like,
Sober
he's he's
check yourself into rehab.
like
Let's try
truly,
again in 60 days.
like truly, and check on all these kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, goodness gracious, spend some time with your children. Or maybe don't, or maybe give over all of your parental rights. Like, I really don't know. But like, I looked up just one single thing that like, or a couple programs, I guess, that were cut as part of like what he cut, just to think about like how really evil that this person and, you know, his actions are. So globally, 50% of the therapeutic foods for treating malnutrition in children were funded by USAID or USAID, and 40% of the supplies were produced in the US, according to this Sean Baker, who's a chief program officer with USAID. He said the consequences could be 1 million children not receiving treatment for the severe malnutrition, for severe malnutrition, resulting in over 160,000 additional deaths per year. And this would be in Bangladesh, Nepal, and Nigeria. And so, like, a big old fuck you to this guy who's tripping his balls off, having a great time. Like, you need to go to a club with a shiny dance floor. You know what I'm saying? Like, go to one of those really annoying EDM music festivals, you know, enjoy yourself at one of these places. Go to the moon, go to Mars, you know, but like maybe
Mars,
not
go to
while
Mars, like
you're
before it's ready, like
right,
go
fully
now,
go to
go
Mars. Free
now.
ticket, one-way ticket. But like when you're doing the business of like the people and you're doing it fucked up and you're making all these fucked up decisions, like, yeah, rotten hell.
The craziest part is like the implausible deniability is like wild. Cause like I've seen, I mean, not that like we should be paying that much attention to people's like fucking wars on like Twitter and X and bullshit, but like people call him out for that and he'll respond and be like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, oh my God, like, what are you talking about?
What are you
Like,
talking about?
it's like it's data, like it's like
Right,
it's real numbers. These are
right,
real lives, these are real
right.
humans, these are
That's
real
right,
people in a real country with like these are
right,
real consequences of your
right.
real actions. Like it's so
And a
fucked
lot of them
up.
are children. Not that, you know, I mean, all people are worthy as they're humans, but in terms of like, how else are they? Literally, these are going to be preventable deaths that
Yeah,
because we had like a drug fueled. And I mean, I'm not to harp on the drugs, but that's how I got it on the grid. But it's also like what irritates me too is that this guy was like obviously tripping balls, right? You can see him and he's like, "Ugh." Like I know what being high on ketamine looks like, and it looks like that. And all the while he's like he's essentially going to make it harder for people who are addicted to drugs to get in fact he or maybe this was RFK Jr. but essentially like cutting off you know aid to in the United States to some of the most economically exploited people in our country who are also at a higher right risk of becoming addicted to drugs and like so he's and there's all these laws and policies that criminalize drug use too, right? Or
right.
criminalize drug addiction. And so or at least penalize it, right? So you aren't going to be, you know, you have to take a drug test before you get your SNAP, for example, if that's like stuff like that, or you have to have blah, 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 blah. And he is like flouting his illegal drug use right? On like the biggest stage possible. But because he's the richest man in the world, it doesn't matter. There are no consequences. And you can just see, I guess, like a really stark example of like the same kind of behavior. But when you're rich, it's treated in this way. And when you're living in poverty because you've been economically exploited, then it's criminalized. And
Mhm.
so anyway, I really hate him, as you can probably tell. I know you
I'm
do too.
valid feelings. Yes, yeah, absolutely. Um,
Okay.
wild cocktail choice, but
Yeah.
well, love it for the
Because
commentary.
because I heard it like somebody talking about it as like, oh, well, he was on this cocktail of drugs. And I was like, oh, really? Say
Say
more about
more.
that. I ding, ding, ding. I can put that in my chart.
Oh my
Um,
God.
yeah,
Okay,
it's
I think you keep
precious.
going with chaotic good.
Okay. And this is gonna just be like similarly like more social commentary. So
That's okay.
apologies to everyone. Um,
You don't need to
but
apologize for that.
thank you. And you're right. Thank you for that call in, Jenna, and reminder. Um, my chaotic good. And so remember that chaotic means kind of anti-rules and anti-laws, and good is, you know, for the good. So, my chaotic good cocktail is a Molotov cocktail.
That's the one I saw just quickly.
No.
And I was hoping that I was like, where would she put that? And I was like, I bet chaotic good.
Yes. Definitely in chaotic good. Yeah, I shared my screen too soon and she saw Molotov. So I put Molotov cocktail here. For those who don't know, a Molotov cocktail is a hand-thrown incendiary weapon consisting of a frangible container filled with flammable substances and equipped with a fuse. In use, the fuse attached to the container is lit and the weapon is thrown, shattering on impact. So essentially you can put any kind of alcohol or other flammable liquid into a bottle, not any alcohol, but it has to be, you know what I mean, into a bottle, put a little like, piece of whatever to as a fuse, light that puppy on fire and toss it. And it is, I think, throughout at least my experience of world history and sort of like the zeitgeist, I think a symbol of like rebellion. Um, and because like if you're using Molotov cocktails, certainly like a regular standing army might in under certain circumstances if they're low on you know, uh, on ammunition or weapons or things like that. They're cut off, whatever. But it's not like a typical weapon. It's not the weapon that a government would create for its soldiers, right? It's something that's a little scrappier. It's something that's maybe not typically rebelling against an oppressive force. And so I wanted to put it here because of like what we were talking about at the beginning of the episode in terms of like what's been happening in LA with the ice coming in and they're calling it raids, but I want to be like pretty clear that it's what they're doing is they're like disappearing people like from the street, from outside their homes, from elementary school graduation ceremonies, from literal like immigration hearings that they're supposed to be having. They're
Right.
showing up trying to
Places
like
they're
go
supposed to be
right.
following rules.
Right. I saw a thing the other day that maybe it was today. God, everything is like going together. There was claims that they were sitting outside of Disneyland. And I would believe it. They've raided some churches. I mean, and so I want to kind of like set that context and framing first. But like I've been thinking a lot about what it means to quote unquote protest and sort of how like the way I was raised there was this idea that the only kind of good protest was a peaceful protest and you should never get violent and that's any type of violence like that is bad and they'd always feed us like a whitewashed version of Martin Luther King Jr. and the nonviolence campaign for civil rights and white people love to point to my to Dr. King but the truth is like just because the protests were quote unquote nonviolent doesn't mean that they weren't disruptive.
They were
Um,
extremely
they
disruptive.
were, and that was the point.
That's what made them actually effective, was the
Effective. That's
disruption.
right. That's exactly right. And lest we forget, they killed him. He was murdered.
Right.
So like, and so I've really been thinking a lot about how who gets to define violence, right? So like when the institutions in power are okay with what you're doing in terms of a protest, it isn't really any type of civil disobedience or actual protest more than it is a flash mob or like a march around town because like and so I've just been because like in the circumstances right now in LA, like I mentioned, people are getting literally kidnapped. So isn't that an appropriate time to go out and use force to protect your neighbors from getting disappeared? Like when is the time that violence is quote unquote okay? The systems in charge will never say there's a time where it's okay, but simultaneously they are actually the ones that are acting violently towards all of us at all times. Like poverty is violence, like the lack of healthcare is violence, like, this curtailing of our First Amendment rights is violence, like the housing prices are violence. I mean, so for them to like pick out, it's sort of like the Luigi versus the CEO same kind of conversation, I think, about how like this interpersonal violence, or in the situation here in LA, violence against property or property damage is seen as just as bad, if not worse, as the systemic violence that's in place that's keeping people unhoused and financially unstable in the city of Los Angeles. Do you know what I mean? And so it's just been, and I think that just to add one more thing, I've been talking a lot, but like it's really a strange place to be in, a moment to be in, because there's a sense of like a fragmented sort of reality, right? Because you're hearing how the conservative media is portraying Los Angeles in the moment, right? And you can see, and then there's this level, related level, that is this political standoff between Donald Trump and Governor Gavin Newsom. And so it looks like the argument ends up being, LA's fine. We don't need you here because the LAPD can handle these protests on their own. And I don't want to be making that argument, because to me, like, our city should be burning the fuck down if people are literally getting taken. Like, to me, I think that by saying like, well, we don't need the National Guard because the LAPD can do it. It's focusing on crowd control. It's not focusing on what's actually causing everybody to be fucking pissed and react with righteous anger. And in terms of being on the actual ground, there is this sort of sense in the media, and a sense that the public officials are trying to give off, that like the local authorities and California authorities are on our side somehow, right? And protecting the people from these ICE raids. But that's not real, and that's not true. Like, on the ground, like who I've interacted with, and who arrested my friend, like on Sunday for literally nothing. I was standing there the entire time just because this cop was trigger happy, had a tiny short fuse, and just arrested him. But like, the LAPD is the same as the California Highway Patrol, is the same as ICE when you're on the ground. And when you're trying to say, where are these people? Show them to us, let them go. You cannot take them. All of the police are looking the same, right? And then like something like No Kings, like, I love to see everybody out. Oh, because of what you said with a 3.5%. The reason I think it's not working, and I think you were alluding to this, is that, first of all, it's like, okay, come to this march. It's from this time to this time, and then you go home. And you showed that you care, right? Well, the people who organized that protest are in league with it. They always get permits. They always plan with local police department. So you're not really affecting any change when you're kowtowing in your quote unquote protest to the institutional powers that are oppressing you in the way that that you're trying to escape from. Like, that doesn't make any sense. That's never going to be effective. So anyway, it's just like, it feels strange. It feels like, it feels really strange and scary. And like, I hope that people are getting connected, and like locally, to networks. I'm going to a training on Thursday on rapid response, because like, it's happening in LA right now, but it's coming for every single city in the United States. And with that, I will, sorry.
No, don't be. No, I'm glad that you touched on all of that. I mean, I completely agree with everything you said. I mean, it's not even a counterpoint. I would say, I mean, just related to the demonstrations, I completely agree that, like, unrighteous anger, I completely agree. And this is the time to rise up for disruption, like 100%. I do also would say there is value in the gatherings, like, for the people who aren't ready to
Yeah,
take that
of
step.
course,
I
of
still
course,
support, if what you are able to do is just
of
get out and
course.
join those. I don't want to discourage people from that
No,
step,
no, no, no.
because there's value in seeing the numbers. I think there's
Yeah,
value, there's solidarity. I think it gives people hope. I think it gives
yeah.
people realizing there's more people like them in their communities. And I
Mhm,
think that feels empowering and strengthens a movement. So even if you don't immediately come out of it and see change in some dramatic way, I think it
mhm,
does help propel an
mhm.
undercurrent that I think is important.
Yeah,
So, but 100% agree that, like, it's going to take more drastic measures
yeah,
than that
right.
for
Yeah, I
something
think
to.
that's like, it's for stuff like the marches, it's like a yes and, it's like,
Yes.
yes, do that, and what else are you gonna do?
Yeah.
And there's like a ton of things people can do. Like, for example, like I said, I'm gonna go try to get trained on rapid response when there's actually a sighting of ICE, like showing up and disrupting and figuring out ways to like try to protect community members. There's also things like, for example, if you're in a place where there's street vendors who are selling on the street, they could have, issues um with their documentation, and that could be the reason why that is how they're having to make money is selling. So like, one thing you can do is pull over and just ask how much it is to buy them out if you have the disposable income to do that, but you can't, or you can't go to a march for whatever reason. There's so many reasons that people can't go to marches and protests. But that's a good thing to do to support it, like, is like actually sending people that you see like home if you can, like, here, I'll buy out all, of course, no, not everybody's gonna have the money to be able to do that, but even buying a big amount of their what they have, or even just one thing. I mean, just supporting folks. I think there's plenty of ways that you can show up. I think though that my issue with the protests is that it seems like there's a period at the end of them when there shouldn't be.
Or like, I'm done. Great, I did it.
Exactly. That's
Yeah.
right. And like, when is what you're doing performative? And I'm not saying like, but it's like, there's a scale, like, what are you willing to do? Like, if it's really, because we're talking about, things that happened. I mean, I don't think that it's that alarmist when people start making comparisons to the Gestapo. You know what I mean? And so I think that we're hitting a point where we're gonna have to start like really picking some shit up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a real tough topic pivot.
Oh yeah, because what's your chaotic good cocktail? Oh my God. Please say it's like a grasshopper or something.
I don't know. I didn't pick any cocktails that I had never had or don't really know what they are, so it's not a grasshopper. Well, thank you for all of that. I think all of that's really important, and it's important to use your voice to talk about it. So I appreciate you doing that.
Thanks for giving me a place to let me yammer on. All our four listeners will be very excited to hear my very in-depth opinions about all that stuff.
What's up? Thanks for listening. Okay, well, we are on chaotic good.
Yeah.
It's not as chaotic nor as good as a Molotov cocktail. But I do think it fits the criteria. And for chaotic good, I picked the Bloody Mary.
Ooh.
And yeah, I mean, well, even Bloody Marys have gotten out of control. Like, that's why it's chaotic. It's like people will put any the fucking thing in a Bloody Mary now. It's like, oh, it's a whole, like, there's some that have like hamburgers in them. It's like a shrimp score. Sure. It's like, oh, there's a whole the platter of vegetables coming out of it. It's like, oh, it's got bacon. It's got whatever. It's like, it has a piece of, I've seen one with a piece of pizza. Like, people will put anything in a Bloody Mary, like whatever, what are those called? Like cocktail sticks? Like,
Yes, literally
anything will be on them now. A chicken wing, like that's a common
Yep.
thing to put on them.
Yep.
It's basically like you're hungover as fuck.
Yes,
You
yes.
cannot wait for your appetizer to get to the table. You are ordering a drink that comes with salty food, and the drink is already a salt bomb, like
That is
to
so
help
funny.
your hangover. Like the
Yes.
whole thing is chaos, but also like, kind of a salad. It's like tomatoes and and delicious. And it's not that difficult to make. You usually have a pre-made mix. You throw in some vodka. If bartenders want to have a whole lot of fun with it, they can get really fancy and like do kind of custom stuff. You can have a make your own Bloody Mary bar, which is really fun. But typically at most like brunch places or places where they're serving them, they've got it down to a very simple method that doesn't make it hell on earth for bartenders. And just like chaotic amount of things that people are putting on them to cure people's hangovers.
I love that. Literally, I don't know of anyone that drinks Bloody Marys not hungover.
Yeah.
But maybe, I'm sure they're out there, but I haven't met one yet.
I mean, my brother-in-law Charles has not drank for a very long time, and he still drinks in a Bloody Mary, so I guess he does. He's the one.
Okay, he's the guy. Hey,
Yeah.
Charles. I saw one with like a whole fried chicken, like kind of like tried to be like crazy.
It's wild. It's wild.
I myself am not a big fan because I'm one of those, it's SpaghettiOs with vodka in it.
You have to have a good one. Like, I was totally against them, and then like I had I think probably a little bit hungover day where someone made me like a really, really good one.
Yeah.
And then it kind of changes you.
Okay. I like that. I would want mine to have on my skewer.
Yeah, what do you want on your skewer?
I want some pickled okra.
Elon Musk. Sorry,
Yeah,
continue.
exactly. Sorry. First Elon. But I wouldn't want to eat him. I wouldn't want to have anything to do
You
with
don't have
his.
to eat them. I don't eat the chicken wing. I don't eat meat on the bone. You just throw it
Of
out.
course, I know
Gross.
this about you. You don't eat meat on the bone. Are you kind of a pescatarian?
No, I mean I did a phase, but no, I eat everything now. But I am like meat minimalist, I would
Yeah,
say.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, did you know that Costco rotisserie chickens are like $4.99? Okay, never
I
mind.
do know that you have to get it off the bone. It's like, can they
Yeah.
do that part for me?
Well, I
Like,
cut it off. Maybe Todd could just cut it off for you
yeah,
because
he
he did on a
would.
good salad last night. But
He
anyway,
would do that. It's true.
of course he would. He's a great what a guy. You're Todd. Um oh, on my skewer. On my skewer, I would want pickled okra,
Mm.
a crystal chick,
Oh,
which
that
is
would be a good, I mean, that's a nice size. Like if you're gonna
it's
put
kind of
something smart.
perfect, right?
Yeah.
And I think maybe like if you could like really poke it in the right position, a deviled egg.
Okay.
And I think that would be what I would put on my skewer. What about you? What would be on your skewer?
I feel like a boneless buffalo wing because I do love a boneless buffalo wing, and that is sounds like a delicious thing to go with a Bloody Mary. I do like a blue cheese stuffed olive, and that's kind of a nice accompaniment to this boneless buffalo wing. And I feel like I want something that's like cool, like like you're like what would that
Cucumber
be? Yeah, maybe.
or celery? I guess a lot of people do
A
celery.
lot of people do celery, and I do like the celery. It's like doubles as a stir stick.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, maybe I'll just keep it classic with the celery, which I do like.
Mm, love that. Love it.
Which also goes with the boneless buffalo wing. So there you
It's
go.
perfect. All you
Nailed
need is a
it.
side of ranch.
Nailed it. Yes, and I want a side of ranch. Perfect. We did it.
Oh man, now I'm just like imagining like a mug of Bloody Mary and then just like a ranch top, you
Oh,
know.
the like, or like those little shooter glasses that can go on the side of
Ooh,
glass.
and then you drop it in.
No, no, you do not drop it in.
You drop
It's
it in.
not a ranch bomb. Like this is not how we're doing this. Not, no, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. No,
Can we
ma'am.
also talk about how I just realized on this last trip, because I haven't ordered one in a billion years, like how offensive the name Irish car bomb is
Oh
for a
yeah,
drink?
Todd just brought me up to speed, and we have an Irish pub right around the corner for us, and it's very authentic. Like Irish people own and work it, and
Wow.
we just saw someone get kicked out of it like
Ordering that?
within the last month. A very drunk,
Yeah.
like Southern guy came in, rolled up to the bar. That's what he ordered. And the guy was like, "You've had too much. Get the fuck out."
Get the fuck out of here, you piece of shit. Yeah, probably shouldn't order those.
Nope, nope, nope.
Great pick. I love the skewer analysis. Loving all of it.
Okay, so then chaotic neutral. This is someone who throws rules to the wind, but neither doing harm nor doing good, just sort of like whatever. And this is where I put a pina colada.
Oh, interesting.
And here's
Tell
the reason. It's like chaotic for yourself because it's like no one drinks a pina colada except on vacation. It's like
100,
this isn't your drink. You don't
100.
drink this. You're just getting it on vacation. It's just a chaotic drink choice that you're just ordering on vacation because you're like, I'm on fucking vacation. I'm getting a pina colada. It doesn't make any sense. You're not even sure you like them. What's in them? We're not totally clear. Is it pineapples? Is it bananas? Is it coconuts? We don't know. It's delicious. It makes us think of the song. The song is also chaotic. It's an awful song. Like
Terrible song.
it's not really good. It's not really bad. It has a million calories. It's like basically it's kind of like an alcoholic smoothie, but you've got to have at least one on a beach vacation. And if you do more than one, you're probably problematic.
Oh my God. Okay, first of all, what an incredible, insightful analysis. You only have this on vacation, and so it's chaos in that way is so like mwah, 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 like right on point. Like, yes, 1,000%. Whoever, what chaos demon would walk into like fucking, what's that place called? Chili's, and be like, I want a pina colada. Do people do that? Do people have pina coladas at Chili's?
I don't think in all of my days of Outback anyone ever ordered a pina colada.
It's a beach drink.
It's
And
yeah,
so you're never on your, it's never, I love that. Excellent.
I would think you were a total psychopath if I saw you ordering one and you were not within 5 miles of a beach. I would be like, what the fuck? That person's gonna murder somebody. They're gonna murder somebody. Watch it.
Oh my God, I love that take. That's an incredible take. That might be my favorite take.
What is your chaotic neutral?
So I picked the Sazerac. Are you aware of a Sazerac?
Oh yeah. Oh my God. Yes, go ahead.
Well, wait. So what do you have, good or bad? Do you like or dislike?
I've only had one once in New Orleans and it
Yeah.
was a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. And so that's like, I picked for all the reasons that you sort of said about this category, the chaotic neutral, like bold, unconventional, individualistic, independent, like that sort of feels like the city of New Orleans to me a little bit, and definitely chaotic. And I think like it isn't good, it isn't evil, it just is chaos. And so I think that too, it's also true of this iconic cocktail that I don't even think, if I'm honest, this might be the only one that I don't think I've actually had. Eric will get it when we
Oh.
go. But yeah, apparently it's quite strong, right?
I expected it to be like a Negroni or something, and it is not. I mean, it has like a much more like medicinal I don't know if there's
Mm.
like something licoricey or like anise
Oh,
or
it's
something.
absinthe. They do a
Yeah.
wash of absinthe in
Mm.
the glass, which is also chaos because, man, whenever I was in like Central Eastern Europe, we were looking for absinthe, like actual absinthe all over the place. But by this time, like even there, none of the places had it. But like the absinthe is the one that would give you like, had a psychoactive um characteristic. And so there's something chaotic about that too, I think.
Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think that that's a great pick. It's and something that I think a lot of people would only order in New Orleans. The same way
Yeah.
you'd
Right.
only get a pina colada at the beach.
Yeah, that's true.
And then you'd be
Exactly.
like, what have I done? Which I think is how I felt when I ordered one.
Amazing. Okay, so I guess I think we could have twinsies on this one, but maybe not.
Right? This is what I feel like is the chihuahua of
It is.
cocktail.
Okay, well then we definitely have it because obviously it's Long Island iced tea.
Yes.
Twinsies. Why don't you tell us? Why don't you tell us?
No, I mean like I only mentioned this to two people that we were doing cocktails and both of them immediately were like, so Long Island iced tea is chaotic evil. And I was like, yes, obviously. Like it's chaotic. It's chaotic and it's evil. Like it's and there's I do have a funny story about them. There was one time Todd and I were out and I had way too much to drink and we went to a very nice like cocktail bar way too late, like probably like 10 minutes before they were closing. We should not have even been going anywhere. And he was like, and this was pretty early on in our dating. And he was like, what do you want me to get you to drink? And I said, the strongest drink they make. And he doesn't know enough about cocktails to know like, so he's like, oh. So he just goes to this really nice bar 10 minutes before closing and orders two, because he's like, I guess I want one too. Party. And orders two Long Island iced teas.
Incredible. What did you say when he brought them back to the table?
I was like, what is this? And he was like, it's a Long Island iced tea. And I was like, oh God, honestly. And I was even drunk me knew to tell him this. I was like, if I ever say that, you should get me a water. Don't get me a drink. I was like, you should never get me a drink. If I say I get me the strongest
And
drink.
definitely not a Long Island iced tea.
Like, what the fuck? I was horrified. I was horrified that he had ordered this really nice cocktail bar in Charleston. Anytime I walk, I don't think I've been back since. I'm that
That's
horrified.
so funny. I would actually be really interested to know like how theirs tasted compared
He
to
said the bartender gave him the most angry eye roll.
I cannot imagine. I mean, honestly, I am like the thought of going up to like a cocktail bar bartender and ordering a Long Island iced tea gives me like anxious rash.
Now he knows the strongest drink just means water.
And it is the strongest drink, right? Water.
I mean, it's like there's like 4 different kinds of alcohol. Apparently, Coke and lemonade. Is that right? I don't really know.
Let's look it up. Let's look it up. Because and it's funny that I didn't do it before. Like neither of us did it before. Long Island Ice.
I know
And
that there's a Long Beach variation that uses cranberry instead of Coke, which I think that sounds way worse because it's got
yeah,
to
I
be
agree.
sweeter. And like, who needs to add
Honestly,
sweetness
Coke,
to
like
something? Ugh,
if you want to, okay, so this is what it says. Vodka, tequila, rum, gin, triple sec.
that's 5.
That's crazy. Mixed with lemon juice or sweet and sour mix and topped with a splash of Coke.
Oh my God.
Okay, I will say, I don't know that I ever remember how one tastes because if I'm drinking one, like good night, I think I've only had one like twice. And both times it was like, let's not do that one again, you know? Let's
Oh,
not have that type
no.
of a night again.
Yeah. I mean, that is just like, it's clearly chaos and it also feels evil. It's
It
like,
feels evil.
we've also lost the plot. We've lost the plot in the
Yeah.
opposite direction of the
And
vodka soda.
that's exactly right. In the opposite direction. Instead of doing the least, we're doing the most.
Get it together, y'all. Find a flavor you like and then work on
Don't
just liking
ever,
it.
ever order a Long Island iced tea. Ever. And
Oof.
like, what a statement about Long Island.
I know. Pretty brutal.
Honestly, that's really fucking brutal.
Don't love that.
Don't love that. Like,
Did
if
it
there,
originate there? Like, is that like where they did,
yeah,
is it like a thing?
let's see.
Or is it
I
just like this seems like the sort of trash that comes out of there? Like, what
think
is
those
this?
people can drink. I think those Long Islanders can drink. Popular cocktail known for its alcohol content and deceptive name. It contains no actual tea. I love that description.
Well, that's fucked up.
Catfish. Okay, let's see. Origin debate. Okay, there are two main competing origin stories for Long Island iced tea. Some claim it was invented by Old Man Bishop during Prohibition in Tennessee, which initially included whiskey and maple syrup. Another claim is that Robert Rosebud Butt, that's like literally his legitimate name.
Rosebud butt.
Robert quotes Rosebud
Oh, okay.
Bud.
Rosebuds in quotes. Got it.
So Rosebud, I suppose, was his nickname. So his nickname was Rosebud Butt. So anyway, invented the drink in 1972 during a cocktail contest at the Oak Beach Inn.
And
Imagine
that won? Oh, I guess it didn't say it won. It just he
it
was,
didn't. It did not say that it won.
but it like got enough traction to
It didn't
continue
win.
on.
It was just so efficient at fucking people on Long Island up that they made it their official drink.
Are you
Love it.
ready for a lightning round?
Let's do it.
So Todd and I had a little bit of a debate when we were trying to think about some cocktails that might should go on the grid. And sort of like, is it a sandwich? Is it a cocktail or is
Okay.
it just ingredients?
Okay, I like this. I like it.
And yeah, so you tell me, I've got 7 here. You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, is it a cocktail or is it just ingredients? Rum and Coke.
Ingredients.
7 and 7.
A drink.
Gin and tonic.
A drink.
Jack and Coke.
A drink.
Bourbon and ginger.
Ingredients.
Vodka cranberry.
A drink.
Gin and juice.
A drink. A drink. A drink.
I would say all of those are just ingredients, which is why none of them are on my grid.
I think I went half and half, or maybe even more drink.
Yeah, I think the only ones you said were just ingredients were like
Ginger ale
rum
and
and Coke and
whiskey ginger. Even though now I'm thinking it's a drink.
I'm tougher on these categories than you are.
That's true.
I'm a
That's true.
stickler for it's the more lawful part of me than
That's right. That's right. Our different sides of the grid are showing. That was so fun.
Aw. Well, thank you everyone for listening. Tell us what you think of our cocktail choices, and when is the last time you had a Long Island iced tea? We want to know.
And tell us what happened.
And
Give us
what
as many
happened?
details.
What
As
can you
many
remember?
Yes, please tell us what you can remember from the last time you had a Long Island iced tea. And don't ever, any of you listening, young kids, ever order one.
I think they'll be fine. I love you, Amy.
I love you, Jenna. Bye.